Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how you doing out there? Welcome to another episode of The Last Science Show. It's Black History Month, and we are having such a funky good time honoring black scientists from the past and the present. Let's talk about another black scientist, Dr. Ayana Howard. Dr. Howard stated, "I believe that every engineer has a responsibility to make the world a better place. We are gifted with an amazing power to take people's wishes and make them a reality." Dr. Ayana Howard is an educator, researcher, and innovator. Electrical engineer Ayana Howard was born on January 24, 1972 in Providence, Rhode Island. After graduating from John Muir High School in Pasadena, California, she earned her Bachelor's of Science degree in engineering from Brown University in 1993. Howard continued her studies and received her MS and PhD degrees in engineering from the University of Southern California in 1994 and 1999, respectively. Her final dissertation was entitled Recursive Learning for Deformable Object Manipulation. Throughout her studies at the University of Southern California, Howard worked at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Pasadena, California. She held a number of positions working with the organization until 2005, including computer scientist, information systems engineer, robotics researcher, and senior robotics researcher. Howard continued her education by attending Claremont Graduate University and earning her MBA degree in 2005. That same year, Howard was offered a position at the Georgia Institute of Technology, where she started her own laboratory while working as an associate professor in the School of Electrical and Computer Engineering. Her research group, the Human Automation Systems Lab, has focused on how to enhance the autonomy of robot functionality. Her academic career is highlighted by her focus on technology development for intelligent agents that must interact with and in a human-centered world, as well as on the education and mentoring of students in the engineering and computing fields. Dr. Howard has made significant contributions in the technology areas of artificial intelligence, computer vision, and robotics. Her published research, currently numbering over 250 peer-reviewed publications, has been widely disseminated in international journals and conference proceedings. She has over 20 years of research and development experience covering a number of projects that have been supported by various agencies including National Science Foundation, Procter & Gamble, NASA, ExxonMobil, Intel, and the Grammy Foundation. She continues to produce novel research and ideas focused on applications that span from assistive robots in the home to therapy gaming apps to remote robotic exploration of extreme environments. By working at NASA before entering the academic world, she brings a unique perspective to the academic environment. Currently, Dr. Howard is the Linda J. and Mark C. Smith Professor and Chair of the School of Interactive Computing in the College of Computing. She also holds a faculty appointment in the School of Electrical and Computer Engineering, where she functions as the director of the Human Automation Systems Lab. In 2015, she founded and now directs the $3 million traineeship initiative in healthcare robotics and functions as the lead investigator on the NSF undergraduate summer research program in robotics. She received her BS in engineering from Brown University, her MSEE from USC, her PhD in electrical engineering from USC, and her MBA from Claremont University Drucker School of Management. To date, her unique accomplishments have been highlighted through a number of awards and articles, including highlights in Time Magazine, Black Enterprise, and USA Today, as well as being recognized as one of the 23 most powerful women engineers in the world by Business Insider, and one of the top 50 U.S. women in tech by Forbes. In 2013, she also founded Zyrobotics as a university spinoff and holds a position in the company as Chief Technical Officer. Zyrobotics LLC is currently licensing technology derived from her research and has released their first suite of mobile therapy and educational products for children with differing needs. From 1993 to 2005, Dr. Howard was at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Pasadena, California. She was also at Caltech, where she was a senior robotics researcher and deputy manager in the Office of the Chief Scientist. She has also served as the Associate Director of Research for the Georgia Tech Institute for Robotics and Intelligent Machines, chair of the Multidisciplinary Robotics PhD program at Georgia Tech, and the Associate Chair for Faculty Development in the School of Electrical and Computer Engineering. Dr. Ayana Howard, what a legend! Thank you for your significant contributions to the scientific community. You are a trailblazer and a Mustang. Go Mirror. Thank you to everyone that has been watching and enjoying these episodes from The Last Science Show. Continue to like, subscribe, comment, and share for more great content from TLSS. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good science. The first black scientist we are going to honor is George Washington Carver. George Washington Carver was an African-American scientist and educator. Carver is famous for many inventions, including a number of uses for the peanut. George Washington Carver was born enslaved and went on to become one of the most prominent scientists and inventors of his time, as well as a teacher of the Tuskegee Institute. Carver devised over 100 products using one major crop, the peanut, including dyes, plastics, and gasoline. Carver was most likely born in 1864, enslaved in Diamond, Missouri, during the Civil War years. Like many children of the enslaved, the exact year and date of his birth are unknown. Carver was one of many children born to Mary and Giles, an enslaved couple owned by Moses Carver. A week after his birth, Carver was kidnapped along with his sister and mother from the Carver farm by raiders from the neighboring state of Arkansas. The three were later sold in Kentucky. Among them, only the infant Carver was located by an agent of Moses Carver and returned to Missouri. The conclusion of the Civil War in 1865 brought the end of slavery in Missouri. Moses and his wife Susan decided to keep Carver and his brother James at their house after that time. As she had been in high school, Jemison was very involved in extracurricular activities at Stanford, including dance and theater productions, and served as head of the Black Student Union. She received a Bachelor of Science degree in Chemical Engineering from the university in 1977. Upon graduation, she entered Cornell University Medical College and, during her years there, found time to expand her horizons by studying in Cuba and Kenya and working at a Cambodian refugee camp in Thailand. After Jemison obtained her MD in 1981, she interned at Los Angeles County / University of Southern California Medical Center and later worked as a general practitioner. For the next 2.5 years, she was the Area Peace Corps Medical Officer for Sierra Leone and Liberia, where she also taught and did medical research. Following her return to the United States in 1985, Jemison made a career change and decided to follow a dream she had nurtured for a long time. In October, she applied for admission to NASA's astronaut training program. The Challenger disaster of January 1986 delayed the selection process, but when she reapplied a year later, Jemison was one of the 15 candidates chosen from a field of about 2,000. On June 4, 1987, Jemison became the first African-American woman to be admitted into the NASA astronaut training program. After more than a year of training, she became the first African-American woman astronaut, earning the title of Science Mission Specialist.